So there's a lot going on for the UK companies at the moment, particularly the uncertainty around Brexit. How has Britvic been responding to this, and in what ways have you adapted your IR communications in terms of investors and analysts?
Yeah, I think the uncertainty around Brexit has meant that we've had to kind of plan that within our kind of communications with investors to try and be really kind of clear and transparent around what the impact is on the company. So in terms of kind of raw materials coming into the UK, potential impact on the consumer, we're kind of mitigating actions we're taking. So we've been building it into our investor comms over the last 12 to 24 months. We haven't taken a political position on it. We've just given a kind of pragmatic view around what the impact is on the company.
And aside from Brexit uncertainty, what are some of the top issues that investors and analysts want to talk about at the moment, and how are you communicating around those topics?
Yeah, I think this time last year, the biggest issue that was facing the company was the introduction of the kind of soft drinks industry levy in the UK and the sugar tax in Ireland. So we're now 12 months on from that. We've been kind of communicating the impact on the category and on our business. As we head into the second half of 2019 and into 2020, I think packaging is a big issue for the kind of the industry, and we're trying to be kind of clear on our position and steps that we're taking. I think the other topics that are particular interest to investors around Britvic is around our free cash flow. So we're just coming to the end of a 3-year capex program where we've spent an additional 240 million of capital in our UK business. So we're starting to see the benefits that come through, and also a big step up in free cash flow.
And to what degree have you felt the impact of MiFID II in either corporate access or equity research?
Yeah, since MiFID II kind of came into play at the start of 2018, I think we anticipated at that time that we would see a reduction in coverage because we're covered by around 17, 18 brokers. We've seen coverage go up. So we've seen 2 extra brokers come on board. We're expecting another 1 or 2 that are kind of doing some research at the moment. So it kind of feels a little bit counterintuitive. I think what we have seen is a significant reduction in the things like preview notes. I think kind of results notes have become a bit more kind of transactional, and we're probably seeing less kind of thematic type notes kind of coming out during the period. But in terms of total coverage, we're actually seeing an increase in broker coverage.
Interesting. And so against the backdrop of regulation and Brexit uncertainty, can you talk about the team's global approach to IR, and perhaps a bit about why US equities markets are an important component to your strategy? How does trading on OTCQX help to best position the company for US investors, for example?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that we take a total global approach to investor relations. Given we are a UK listed company with a market cap of 2 billion, I think we're more centred around the UK, Europe and the US. So Asia is not somewhere that we particularly participate in. But we try to take a kind of broad approach across those markets, looking at kind of peer group analysis, investors that have been in the stock previously. I think the Brexit uncertainty makes the US market kind of more difficult in the short term. We still continue to engage with investors, but I think at the moment it feels unlikely that US investors who are not in the stock are looking to kind of pull the trigger and step in. But I guess we kind of continue to kind of engage for the longer term. In terms of the OTCQX platform, I think it's great for us in kind of 3 ways. One is it ensures a fair flow of news to all investors in the US, so they hear the Britvic story in the same way as our kind of UK and European investors. I think secondly, it's good for the liquidity of the stock. And I think thirdly, I think it gives you a broader outreach of your story to investors across the US. I think if you just use the typical broker model, you probably get to a certain part of the market. But by using the OTC platform, I think you see a broader engagement of your story.
And then finally, I was hoping you could say something about the importance of events like this and the importance of celebrating investor relations.
Yeah, I've been in investor relations for 10 years now, and it's a job that I love doing, and I'm very proud to represent my company. I think events like this give you an opportunity to kind of engage with other IRs, and I think it's a celebration of the industry. It's a great opportunity to meet kind of fellow professionals in the industry and swap stories and kind of best practice events, as you can see with kind of IR magazine and the IR Society. It's great.
Great, thank you so much.
Brilliant.